What's up guys, this is an updated version of the very first video that I ever uploaded to FG Mods, how to remove and disassemble the FG ICC. As my most searched for video, I thought that I would create a better version of this, as the original one is 8 years old at this point, and I think I'm a bit better at making videos now than I was almost a decade ago. If you're looking for any particular part of this process, there are timestamps in the description for every part, or you can check your little timecode scrubber there and you'll see that the entire video is broken into sections showing what happens when. If you found this video useful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You can also follow on Facebook and Instagram. I make posts every day. I find that a lot of the people who follow on Facebook or on Instagram don't actually know about the other account, and sometimes there is content that I will only post on one or the other. You can also find FG merch at fgmods.com.au. Anyway guys, let's get into the video. So here we have the ICC. We're going to start by going down to the tissue box holder. To remove the tissue box holder, grasp it firmly and give it a good pull. It's held in by these 4 yellow clips. Once you remove the tissue box holder, you will find these 4 8mm bolts. There is also this small cable. This cable is very easy to remove. Press the tab that is facing you and then pull it down. Once you have these 4 bolts out, you'll notice that they are 2 different lengths. The ones from the side are longer, and the ones from the back are shorter. So if you're having trouble remembering when you're putting the ICC back in, sides long, back short. Now that we have those bolts out, we will come up to the top of the ICC. We're going to gently remove this cover. Use a plastic trim remover tool to get into the gap and lift from the back of this cover. Do not lift from the front closest to the screen. There is a plastic tab behind this and you won't be able to get it off this way. You'll need to use a bit of force to remove this plastic cover. However, don't be too forceful, as you may end up breaking the tabs like I have. Once you have the cover off, locate these 2 Phillips head screws. You can see that I have them pre-loosened for the purpose of this video. Next, we remove these 2 cables from the top. Each has a small tab to depress to remove it. Now place your hand beneath the ICC and firmly pull it backwards towards you. Now that we have our ICC out, it's time to start disassembling it. Looking at the side of the ICC, we see the brackets which help hold it together and help guide it into its place in the dash. On this bracket you will find 4 screws, 1 at the bottom, 2 in the middle and 1 at the top. You'll notice that I'm missing the screw at the top of my ICC. That's because normally I don't actually have the screen in the top, I instead have an iPad there. I'll leave a link up in the top right corner of this video now, if you're interested in checking that out. Now that we have those brackets off, it's time to flip the ICC over and have a look at the back of it. At the top, you'll find 4 Phillips head screws holding the screen assembly into the ICC. You'll notice I am missing these screws again, because I don't normally have the screen in the top of my ICC. Once you have those screws out, the screen will then lift out. You'll notice 2 cables connecting the screen to the rest of the unit. Gently pull these cables to remove them. There are no tabs holding these cables in. There are 3 Phillips head screws holding the air conditioner vents in. 1 on the right, 1 on the left, and then 1 in the middle below. Once these screws are undone, the air conditioner vent can then be removed. These cables on the side are held in by this clip. Push the clip in to remove the cables. Next, we will remove the CD player. There are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with these screws undone, the CD player will lift out. Once we have our main components removed, you'll see that we have 3 circuit boards, one at the top and then 2 below. You'll see that the 2 lower boards are connected by these ribbon cables. Be careful not to break these. We can remove the circuit boards by first undoing all of the Phillips head screws holding them in. These are all numbered, so they're very easy to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. With its screws removed, the upper circuit board can simply be lifted free. There are 4 tabs holding the lower circuit boards in. First, we push these 2 tabs on the upper circuit board outwards and then lift at the same time. And then on the lower half, we push these 2 tabs in while lifting at the same time. With all of the circuit boards removed, we can now remove the buttons from the ICC. Most of the buttons will simply lift straight out. You need to remove this white plastic ring before removing the buttons beside it. The temperature controls, this small fake button in the center, and the fan controls, as well as the hazard button, are a little bit harder to remove. The hazard button is held in with this pin. It may require a little bit of work to remove it. The remaining 3 buttons are held in by small tabs behind them. They can only be accessed with very small flathead screwdrivers. I have only gotten these buttons out once myself. I'm not going to attempt it again for this video because it is a lot of effort. To remove the screen fascia, pop these tabs out and then push the whole thing free. You have now successfully disassembled your entire FG head unit ICC. One of the most common comments that I got on the ICC removal video and in person was that people wanted a video showing putting the ICC back together. I will show that process now, but I won't go through it step by step like I did in the disassembly.